Hello students. Today we are going to start with the new chapter that is nouns. So our new chapter is all about how we introduce the nouns. So the contents cover common noun and proper noun. Here the noun has been classified into two broad categories, that is common noun and proper noun. The common noun has been subcategorized into abstract noun, collective noun, compound noun, concrete noun, non-countable nouns, gender-specific nouns, and verbal nouns. Now we are going to define what nouns actually are. Nouns can be defined as the name of person, place, animal, or thing. So what are nouns? In our day-to-day life, we come across so many kind of nouns. How to recognize it, how to change it, and how to use it in our statements, that's what we are going to learn today. The first thing is that noun is the name of a person, place, animal, or thing. In our day-to-day lives, the most of the things we are referring towards is either a person or a place, either an animal or a thing. Here we are going to take few examples to acknowledge what we are trying to learn. Examples are as follows: Ram, man, dog, book, trees, love. So all these words are nouns. Noun can further be classified into the following categories. As we have discussed just now that noun can be further classified into categories, here comes the first category of common noun. What are common noun? Common noun. The word common signifies that is something which is common for all. Here, common noun is the word used for a class of person, place, or thing. A class of person, place, or thing. What do you mean by a class? A class means there is a group or we are referring to a common thing in general. Examples are car. When we are referring to a car, what do we mean by a car? We are referring to any car, any kind of car. Man, any man can be there. Bridge, town, water, metal, ammonia. These are not the specific things. These are a general things. When we generalize something, suppose when we are talking about a car or a man or a bridge, these are generalized things which can be further classified into abstract nouns. What are abstract nouns? Abstract nouns are things that you cannot touch. Abstract. What do you mean by this word abstract? Something which you cannot touch but feel. Something which you cannot see but feel. Suppose we are taking a word love or affection. What do these words mean? These words mean that we can only feel love and affection. We can give love to someone, we can present love and affection as such words that cannot be touched, cannot be seen. Here, let us get some examples regarding what are abstract nouns. Many brave hearts participated in the freedom struggle. What do you mean by many brave hearts participated in the freedom struggle? The word freedom has been highlighted here, as you can see that freedom is a feeling. Freedom is something which we can achieve. But can you see freedom? Can you touch freedom? The answer is no. Any kind of feeling which cannot be touched or seen but just can be felt are considered as an abstract noun. The next example comes our way is kindness and generosity is appreciated always. Kindness and generosity. These are the two words which have been highlighted here. What do we mean by this? Kindness and generosity are two kinds of feeling which have been highlighted here. These are always appreciated. These are the words which we can feel. The kindness we show to someone and the generosity when we are generous towards someone. These are the words which can be felt. Now we come to the next category of nouns, that is collective noun. So what do you mean by the word collection? Collection means there is a group of something. There is a difference between collective noun and common noun. The main difference is that collective nouns refer to the group of something. When you are talking about a bouquet of flowers, what do you mean by a bouquet of flowers? The word bouquet here refers to a collection of flowers. Such words which denote a group or a collection of few objects, these are referred as collective nouns. Here we are getting some examples regarding collective noun in cases of people, animal, and things. The example is a band of men. A band of men. The word band specifically is specified for men, denoting a group of men. A cast of actors. As you have seen many times before any serial or any of the movies start, there is a list of cast. What is cast? The members who are acting in that particular movie or a serial, they are the cast members. In the same case, animals, in case of animal, we see a colony of gulls. A colony. The word colony means a group. Here, this word colony is referring to a group of gulls, which can be said as a colony of gulls. A brood of hens. Similarly, the word brood of hens. Brood means a group of hens. In case of things, we can say a batch of cake, a bottle of milk. Obviously, whenever you will say a bottle of milk means a collection, a bottle in which all the milk has been contained. Now, a batch of cake. A batch is referring to a group of cake or n number of cakes we are talking about. The next category here comes is collective compound nouns. Compound nouns. What are compound nouns? These are formed by joining two words. Compound nouns, as you can see, that they are the compound of two words which are having their separate own meanings, but when joined together give a new meaning to us. Suppose material. Here the word court martial. Court martial is pickpocket and water bottle. Here we are getting example of court martial, pickpocket and water bottle. What do we mean by these words? Court and martial. Here there are two words. First is court, second is martial. Both are having their own meanings. Second is pickpocket. Pickpocket, the first is pick, to pick something, and pocket is referring to a different thing. When we are joining these two words, we are getting a new word that is a compound noun. Water bottle. Water plus bottle. We are talking about water and bottle at the two different times. For example, I love watching fireflies on the warm summer night. I love watching fireflies. Fireflies. Fire is a different meaning and flies are of different meaning. When we are talking about fireflies, then fire and flies both are joined to specify or indicate a particular object. Here we are getting few examples of concrete noun. Concrete noun. What are concrete noun? Concrete is something which we are denoting in a specific way. Concrete, as you can see by the name, that it is specifying something. Suppose apple, bookcase, brass, brother, boy. These are all examples of concrete nouns in English. Here is a list of concrete nouns as you can see. Now we come to the next category, that is non-countable nouns. Things that you cannot count are known as non-countable nouns. Obviously, when we are talking about non-countable, it's something which we are unable to count. Gender-specific nouns. Gender-specific nouns are few nouns which are dedicated to a particular gender. Suppose we are talking about waitress, actress, uncle, dad. These are the gender-specific nouns. Non-countable nouns are those nouns which cannot be counted, like food, milk, water, art. These cannot be counted. Now we come to the next category of verbal nouns. What do you mean by verbal nouns? Nouns derived from verbs are known as verbal nouns. Suppose building and attack. A building. Here these are the words which have been derived from the verbs. Suppose we are building something. We are saying that person is building a house. Next is that building is very tall. The same thing has been used as a noun and a verb both. So the words which have been derived from verbs are known as verbal nouns. Attack. To attack someone is indicating verb, that is an action. Whereas when we are saying an attack occurred, it means that we are talking about a noun. For example, that was an awful decision by the referee. Awful decision by the referee. The word decision here is referring to an action which has been done, and that verb decision is considered or taken from verbs. The next slide comes for proper noun. Proper noun. What are these nouns? Proper nouns are those nouns which are referring to a person or a thing in a proper manner, as you can see in the examples given below. Africa, Perkins, United Nations, these are the examples of proper nouns. Here we are talking about a particular thing. When we are saying India, when we are referring India, it's the particular country we are talking about, and when we are saying country, it's in general, that is, it's the common noun. When we are saying cat, Cat is referring to a general thing. When we are saying tiger, we are referring to a common noun. But when we are taking the name of that cat, when we are taking the name of a person, then we are referring to that person or that thing in a particular form. In that case, we are referring to proper nouns. My favorite auntie is Sally. Aunt Sally is a proper noun where we are referring to that particular person. The red lion. Here we are specifying the lion. Which lion we are talking about? The red lion we are talking about. Here it is proper noun. Here we are getting some exercise of underlined words. We have to recognize which kind of noun they are. The word is wonderful class. The word is a wonderful class. The word class is referring to what? You need to think and answer what does the word class means here. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty. What is honesty? What is indicating towards? It's an abstract noun as you can see. Abstract honesty is a feeling that can be felt by us which we cannot see or which we cannot touch. Here we are getting 4 options for that: collective noun, proper noun, common noun and abstract noun. Obviously it is an abstract noun.